Hi, good morning.
Good morning, Mayor. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. Would you like to go see how we keep our kids safe?
I would love it.
Okay, let's go.
So, Sergeant Winkler,
Yes.
let's talk about some of the things that we focus on here in the city to help keep our kids safe in school and as they get to school. What are some things that we are able to do?
We actually start planning that before the school year ends. We start looking at safe walk routes for schools, work with the district if there's any boundary changes, where we might need crossing guards, new school zones, reduced speed limits. We look at that whole thing and get that plan ready so when the school year comes, we can be ready to go. And then it starts with getting kids to school, and that's very important with our crossing guards that are out there. They're out there whether it's nice and sunny like it is today or in January when it's snowing and 10 degrees below zero. They're out there all the time.
We have the best crossing guards in the city.
Yeah, and it takes a lot of dedication to do that, to make sure our kids get there safely, and that's really what they're there for, is to make sure the kids get to school safely.
Do you ever see problems with school zones, and maybe is there a reminder that you feel like you'd like to give?
So the message that I have for the residents is, please slow down. School zones are a very small section of roadway. It's just enough to cover the school crosswalk. And that's where the kids are more likely to dart out into the road, maybe drop a piece of paper and instinctively go chase after it as the wind blows it. They're playing tag with their friends. So if you see those school zones, please always be cautious. Even if it's not during school times, even throughout the summer, kids are used to crossing at those locations to see their friends go play on a school playground. So always be watching for those and anticipate children being out there. And now that school's back in, please put those distractions away. It's very scary to see them going through these school zones at 20 and 30 and 40 miles an hour when they're not even aware of what's going on around them on the roadway. So please slow down and put all those distractions away.
That's good advice for everyone, all of us. Thank you.
Hey guys. Bye. Have a good day at school. You're welcome. Hi, Mayor. Good morning. How are you? I'm good. How are you?
Good. It's so good.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
So will you walk me through a little bit of what it really takes? I think maybe it's easy for us to take for granted what it means to be a crossing guard. There's a lot to it. These little lives are in your hands.
Yeah.
Walk us through that.
So, we just make sure that we get here early enough to kind of get lights on. If there's flashing lights at the school, we put out our cones, we're getting ready. We get here before, the kids come to the corner. And we greet them, we're a happy face, and we just make sure we get the car stopped before the kids get there. We ask the kids to walk their bikes across the street, and the kids here in South Jordan are so polite. We know a lot of the kids by name, we know a lot of the parents by name, so we get invited to their birthday parties.
So
it's fun.
Great.
It is fun.
I love that.
Yeah.
Do you have many problems with drivers maybe not stopping for you, or for the most part are people respectful?
You know what? For the most part, one of the problems that we noticed as crossing guards is a lot of distracted drivers, and that makes it really hard. We worry about when we're standing on the corner with the kids and cars are driving by looking on their cell phones, playing with their radios. A lot of times we see a lot of parents looking at the schools, looking for their kids instead of paying attention to the kids that are actually on the crosswalk. I had an experience once when I was crossing the kids, and I got the kids all the way across to the corner, and I was on my way back to my corner, and a car did not see me and went right through the crosswalk. So we just have to be aware, and if I could say anything to the cars out there and the parents out there that are picking up their kids, to just be alert, just be aware of the kids around the schools and be aware of the crossing guards, and just kind of keep everybody safe out there, and we would really appreciate that. Hey Mayor, would you like to give it a try?
I would love to. I've only had the opportunity to be a crossing guard once.
Okay.
I got to do it when Bingham had their Color Me Minor run. I got to don the vest and use the stop sign, so
that's great.
I'd love to give it a try.
Okay, we got to give you your equipment.
Awesome.
Okay, here's your stop sign.
Okay.
We've got cars coming in here, and we've got some kids coming. So I'll just let you do your thing.
Okay.
Perfect. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, you guys. Welcome to school. Have a good day.
Perfect, you're a natural.
Well, I feel really lucky to have the chance to do this. This really is heroic work. This makes such a difference in our community. And
Thanks, Mayor.
Take care.
You have a good day.
You too, thanks. So, Sergeant, I have a unique opportunity to serve on the Jordan District Safe Schools Advisory Committee. So I have a kind of a fairly good understanding, I think, of what's being done to try to help keep our kids safe in school. But I think it's a unique vantage point that I have. And one of the things that I really appreciate the most is that our officers are in full uniform and that we put our marked police cars right in front of the schools. I think it sends a clear message. I know that's intentional. I would love to know your thoughts on that.
It is. It's when you see a police car in a neighborhood, it has a certain crime deterrent effect on it. Same thing with having a police car with actual logos in front of a school. It has a little bit of a deterrent on it. The students know the police officer's there, and anybody approaching the school knows the police officer's there. So our school resource officer's primary objective is to make sure our kids are safe in school. We want the parents to feel comfortable when they send their kids to school that they will have a safe and enjoyable learning environment. To do this, our school resource officers work with our teachers, with our school administration, our students, even our parents on school safety measures. Well, we go through with the school and teach active shooter drills, talk about what they should do in these type of incidents, and teach the kids if they see something, whether they're going to avoid, defend, or deny what's going on. So we really want to make sure that our parents feel comfortable sending our kids to school, and that's one less things our kids have to worry about when they go to school, and they can spend more of their time on studying.
Almost that lockdown mentality, but I want you to process this. Avoid, deny, defend. Avoid, deny, defend. So let's say you guys barricade yourself successfully, and you just feel like it's better to stay right here, okay?
Good morning. We are here to visit with Officer Henderson. Is he available? Great, thank you.
Hi, Mayor. Officer Henderson.
One of the tools that I love that we now have available is the Safe UT app. And I'm wondering how often you see our young people using that. If you want to tell everybody a little bit more about the Safe UT app and whether or not you think it's an effective tool for our young people as we're working on suicide prevention and mental health awareness.
Yes, no, the Safe Utah app is something great. It's easy for the kids. All they have to do is pull out their phone and open the app, and they can start right away. We get tips from the Safe Utah app on a weekly basis, and it's not always just negative, but you can also promote good things that the students are doing here as well. But it is a great resource that these students can feel that if they need to reach out to an adult about a friend or something they've heard that's going on in the school and they're worried about it, but they're not sure they want to put their name on it. It's totally anonymous and 24/7. They can put whatever they need to help the school be safe, help another student be safe. One of my favorite things about being a school resource officer is the friendships and the trust I'm able to build with the students here at Bingham High School. I'm able to see a lot of fruit from it, that they'll come to me and talk to me about things that I believe they would never have come and talk to me about, due for the relationship that we have built and the trust that they see in me. And I think it's a great community outreach and building between the law enforcement and our local community citizens.
Hello, my friend.
Mayor Ramsey.
How are you?
Doing well. So good to have you in the school today.
It's so good to be here. I'm thrilled to be here.
How can I help you?
Well, I'm excited to go visit your DARE class.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, you're
Good.
always welcome here. Let's
Awesome.
walk down.
Thank you.
Today we're going to talk about the word stress. This is Mayor Ramsey.
Hi, you guys. Hey.
She's coming to hang out with us and learn some dare.
Can I come spend some time with you? Yeah. I'm thrilled to get to be here with you. Thank you, and thank you to Mrs. Giffen for letting us come. We appreciate it. Okay, you go ahead and carry on.
Okay, all right.
Whatever you're in the middle of, I don't want to interrupt. So while these kids are working, let's talk a little bit about the DARE program.
Okay.
It's really evolved, right?
It has.
The last decade or two.
It really
it's
has,
really
quite a
grown
bit.
into a lot more than just say no, although that's a very important
It
component
is,
of what it
absolutely.
is. But,
Yeah.
talk to us a little bit, people who might not be as familiar with what all we offer here in the DARE program.
Well, we spend more time teaching the kids tools to handle those situations. Rather than just tell them what to do, we're hoping to give them more to make their own decisions and to grow up being responsible adults. So, for example, today we're learning how to cope with stress. And we're more focused on those life skills, which easily apply into saying no to drugs and alcohol, but also can help with stresses in school, other pressures from friends and family, and hopefully it becomes something that they can really use as they grow up. As a DARE officer, I also hope to kind of build a rapport with these kids and remind them that the police are the good guys. Sometimes you see a lot of hesitation in kids approaching police officers. They seem to be intimidated. I'm hoping that eventually these kids will grow up with a memory that they had a friend that was a police officer and they can trust all of us to help them out when needed.
Okay, I'm gonna come around. High five. Leave me hanging, Connor. I have loved spending time with our young people. It was a privilege to be in the classroom. Anyone who knows me, I think, knows that that's where I love to be the most. And what a treat it was to hear the insightful answers they had. Young people are bright, and this character education and the DARE program and what it provides is really a treat. And they have some really good answers as to how their bodies react to stress and what they can do. These are coping skills and things that are going to last with them throughout their lifetime. I really think it makes a difference, and it was just a treat to be there with them. I hope the takeaway from this will be that it takes all of us to help keep our students safe at school. The city and the school district and parents, teachers, we have the students themselves. If you see something, if you are aware of anything, please report it. Please let the authorities know. Let's all work together to continue to keep our kids safe here in South Jordan.